What is up, guys? Noob Thrifter back again. End of the month, I guess end of January into February, but I'm also on my way up to drill for February, so you know what that means, thrift time. So I made it to Price, my first stop always. As you remember from the last video, that was a big success. Don't always expect that on this at this location, but we'll go see what we got over here real quick and make our way up north. All right, guys, so just got back out of the Price one here, the Deseret Industries, and no go on the cards, which was expected. I should have probably bought all of them that from that last video that I did see, but I didn't. But I did find, I was looking at my books, and if you guys don't know what choose your own adventure books are, they if you didn't grow up in the 90s or 80s and 90s, then you wouldn't know really much about it. But I found all of these really good condition, 7 through 12. I probably have some for $1.50. I try not to ever pass them up too often because they're just really good books that remind me of my childhood. But essentially, you read, you read starting at the beginning, and then at the bottom it tells you what to do, and then a lot of times you'll have choices, right? So there's your choosing your own adventure, choose what to do, and it'll take you down a different path. So that's what those are all about. Really cool. Like I said, that'll be for my collection most likely. But so all right, I'm gonna head out. I've got about, like I said, an hour drive to that next DI, which is in like Spanish Fork area. So all right, guys, so I just made it to Spanish Fork, and you can see the nice snow. It's very nice out here. But I'm gonna go jump in there, see if we find anything, and hope for the best. Well, guys, that was a bust, so I'm gonna head up to the next one there in Provo or Orem, DI there, then hit the Savers. That's just a little further north. Alright, guys, so I just arrived at the Provo one. The parking lot here always looks packed, yet it's not too packed in there. But anyway, I'm gonna go check it out. This trip, I could tell you, is already feeling like my first trip, if you remember, where I didn't hit anything until that very last store, like at almost 8 o'clock at night, that Savers. So I'm hoping this trip isn't that bad, but let's go see if Provo has anything. Well, that one was disappointing. No cards. I didn't even bother looking at the books. I just know this one's pretty, I don't know, disorganized as far as the books is concerned. I did look at I saw a couple gaming laptops, or sorry, gaming keyboards, and looked up comps on those, but they weren't very good, so I put those back. And that was kind of it. Looked at the collectibles, there's nothing in there, and this is probably the bigger one of DI in Utah, I imagine, being in Provo. But so it was definitely it is busy in there. But anyway, I'm gonna go hit up Savers next and keep making my way up. All right, guys, so I'm gonna stop at this place. It's called Get Thrifty, and never been there before, but I always see it on the map, so I'm gonna jump in there real quick and see if there's anything exciting. Man, it was feet to get here. The traffic is ridiculous right now, so I made it to Savers. go check it out real quick, see if there's anything in there. And yeah, traffic is really bad today. I don't like it. So anyway, we're gonna go check that out. All right, guys, so that was kind of a bust. They did have cards, and they were like those boxes. I'll post a picture right here, but like those boxes that I found on that very first trip from Savers. But they wanted 35 bucks a box. They had a bunch of them up there, but just wasn't worth it for me to purchase those boxes of Pokemon cards. I did find a Donald Trump tie, but again, I think their price, Savers tends to be a little more pricey, and they wanted like $6 for it. And to be honest, I haven't sold any of the Donald Trump ties, but I still like them, but it still wasn't worth me buying it at the time, so I did not buy that, and didn't find anything else. So I'm gonna go hit these other two DIs on my way up and see if we find anything. That may be, well, I'll probably hit that Savers again because it's just kind of on the way as I'm out there. So all right, guys, so I just made it to the American Fork DI, and like I said, traffic today is bonkers. I hate the city for a reason. So I'm gonna run in here, check it out. It's about almost 5 o'clock, and like 7 o'clock's when the DIs close, and there's supposed to be 2 more that I'm supposed to try to hit. So let's see if we can get anything here and still make it to those other 2 stores. All right, guys, another bust in this one in American Fork. So I'm gonna hit the Saratoga Springs DI and see if we got anything there. It is, I'm not sure what time it is right now, if it was 5 something when I got, or it was about 5 when I got here, right? But yeah, we'll see if I can hit that one, and then I might be able to hit that last one. So let's get on our way. All right, guys, I just made it to the DI here in Saratoga Springs. We like my that's my face driving in the city, how I feel. But anyway, yeah, Saratoga Springs, it's about 5:48, so I'm gonna try to run in there real quick. Try not to spend too much time because I still want to try to hit that last DI before 7. And yeah, let's see what we got. All right, guys, so just got back out of this DI. They didn't have any well, they did have cards. I'm sorry, they had a small pack, and it was $15. And I mean, small pack, like maybe 20 cards at the most, I don't know. But didn't even, when I saw that price, I was like, nah, not doing it. So looked around at other things, and I was kind of excited because I saw this nice paisley, let's see if you guys can see that. Oops. Paisley tie here, and it is, oh man, killing you guys. And it is a Donald Trump tie too. So Trump. So I was actually really excited when I saw that one. Really cool style. $5 here. I think with the paisley, I think paisley sells really well, but like I said before, I haven't sold too many Donald Trump ties, but it might be based off the design as well. So I was excited about that. I also almost made money in there. I handed the lady a $10 bill, and she tried to give me a $20 bill back, and I was like, whoa. I caught her on that, and she's like, you gave me 10? And I said, yes. So honesty, I think, pays off in the end, right? So that's where it's all at. So all right, I'm gonna try to go hit this last one. It's a little after 6, so let's see if I can make it over there before they close down. All right, guys, I made it at 6:41, so I'm gonna go run in there real quick and see if I can find anything. So let's run in there real quick. All right, guys, DI was a bust, so I think I'm gonna head down over to that Savers and see if they save the day. right, guys, just made it to the Savers, and last stop of the night, I think. So let's run in there and see if we find anything.
Right on it, you'll get 100%. So then, of course, one of the kids says,
Day 2 and day 1 of my drill weekend, but I'm up here in Layton right now, and I'm gonna go hit this DI that's right near the base here, and hopefully see if we can find some cards. So after this, there's a Goodwill right next door. I usually don't go over there, just Goodwill. I know I can't find cards there, so usually I don't hit that for that reason. I may swing over there real quick, but like always, I like to hit this, hit the Savers that's also around the corner, and then go hit one of the other DIs that's a little further north. But let's go see what we got, if we find anything here. All right, so no such luck on the cards of this DI. This one used to be my favorite DI. The books were well organized, and they must be under a new manager or something, because now it's just as, I don't know, messed up as the other DIs. I mean, this one used to be more categorized, all the books, you know, religious, self-help, all that kind of stuff now. And all the other ones were like hardback books and softback books, but no order to the madness. And now that's what this one looks like. So that's unfortunate, because it makes it hard to want to look through the books and spend that time when you're just looking at softbound books and there's no order to it. So unfortunate. But yeah, the weather is pretty bad. I don't know if you guys can really see. It's raining. So hopefully that means this wasn't as busy as it has been. So hopefully these next few stops, you know, nobody wants to be out driving in this weather. So I don't think I'm gonna go to Goodwill. So we're gonna hit Savers. That's just right around the corner. All right, guys, I didn't find anything there, but did you guys see the prices they had on those VHS Disney movies? I don't know if I'm missing something, but last time I checked, those weren't worth anything. So maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I need to check that out here. But yeah, those were ridiculous prices. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out when I get back to the house and see if they're actually moving right now. But I did pick up for a second I had in my hand, and then I went and tested it, but it was another coin sorter, and it didn't look like it was working. I plugged it in and it was like finicky, so I did not pick that up. And yeah, so I'm gonna head up to that last DI and check that out. And then of course right around that corner from there, or up the street, is the Entertain Mart, and I might go over there real quick as well. Like always, make my rounds and see if I can find some more bricks of cards. But at least let's go hit that DI and see if we can find something up there. All right, guys, I'm at the DI. I'm gonna go check it out real quick, see if I find anything, and I'll let you know. All right, guys, I'm at Entertain Mart. Can't really tell, but let's go see if they got any bricks for sale here. All right, guys, unsuccessful today. Entertain Mart, no go, no good. In fact, they were pretty much out of sports cards, besides like their not graded ones, but their higher priced ones that they keep in the little whatchamacallit there. So yeah, nothing tonight. All right, guys, so didn't find anything. Well, I actually did find something. Found some Magic the Gathering cards, and I'll put that video right here. Just like I was saying before, they overpriced their cards. Those little stacks were, can't remember what the price was, $7, and definitely not worth it. So definitely did not pull the trigger on that. Those Hot Wheels as well, I mean, just ridiculous when it comes to the pricing. Although I did find a Hot Wheels car at my recent trip over to Grand Junction. It's I'll post a picture of it right here, but it's a Batmobile, and it actually had sold for a little bit, which I thought was worth it in the buy. So at any rate, I purchased a couple books that I did find. I don't know if you guys even care to look at these, but I'll still share them with you. But some dummies books, but it got business plans and this small business financial management kit and business plan kit for dummies. So something that I'm trying to work on as I move forward. I'm trying to create, start my own business in residential assisted living. So if any of my followers know anything about that, definitely hit me up and maybe we can make things happen together. But Sean Whalen, I'm familiar with a little bit, how to make happen. And one of the few Rich Dad books that I don't have, and I'm not really interested in, not gonna lie, but I bought it for thinking about one of my friends, but Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver, but it is a Rich Dad advisor book. And then another Write Your Own Business Plan. So a lot of business stuff. So yeah, I've made it to the last Savers Super Thrift Superstore. So and I'm actually ahead of time than what I normally am by the time I get down here. So I'm gonna run in there, see if we find anything. This is also the Savers that one of my first videos of my little trips, if you remember, they had the Kobe Bryant little figurine for $60 or whatever it was. But all right, anyway, let's go jump in there. All right, guys, so my trip ends with no new sports cards, unfortunately. Yeah, they didn't have anything in there as far as sports cards this time. Trying to think if I actually really found anything or saw anything. I didn't really find much. Didn't see much, I should say. So I guess I'm coming out of this trip with more books. So the book I found was, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer, Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, for anybody, for you guys that should know or didn't know. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy my watching, coming along with me as I hit all these thrift stores. One of my next videos, I'm actually going to be traveling for military stuff, so back east. So kind of hoping I can hit some thrift stores out there. I usually try to when I'm out there, but so if I can, I'm going to try to make a video out of that. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and then hopefully or please like and subscribe my YouTube channel, and also let me know what you like seeing or want me to try to do better. But thanks, guys.